everyone, and as always, welcome to the channel. Today we are exploring the beautiful city of, you guessed it, Venice, Italy. Okay, so let's get to know a little bit more about the city while we explore from a pirate ship. We had the fortunate opportunity to see the city of Canals from a different viewpoint thanks to our beloved friend Vince. So in the meantime, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. Venice is one of Italy's most picturesque cities that was once the center of a maritime republic. It was the greatest seaport in late medieval Europe and the continent's commercial and cultural link to Asia. It is the capital of northern Italy's Veneto region and is built on more than 100 small islands in a lagoon in the Adriatic Sea. Venice has no roads, only canals, including the Grand Canal. So guys, fair warning, this is definitely not the city to wear uncomfortable shoes. You will be doing a lot of walking. The only two ways to get around Venice is by walking or by boat. Okay. So here are some fun facts about Venice. Venice is known for its bridges. There are 417 bridges in Venice, and 72 of those are private. The first woman in the world that received a degree from a university was born in Venice. Her name is Elena Piscopia. And there are 177 canals in Venice. The S-shaped Grand Canal is the biggest and splits the city in two. Okay, so before making our way to Venice, we made a stop on an island nearby called Murano. And this is where most of the famous glass sculptures known as Murano glass are made. The glass makers of Murano are called the masters for a reason. They blow exceptionally thin and airy forms of glass that are then shaped using only few tools. The masters have to work extremely fast, and in some cases in less than 2 minutes, to create the sculptures before the glass hardens. Okay, so let's take a look at how it's done, and then we'll make our way to Venice to see the sights. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that demonstration of how Murano glass is made, because I found it very interesting. But you know, there's also something else that Venice is quite known for, which is their carnival. It's an annual festival held in Venice where people dress in costumes and masks. The tradition started back in the 13th century when Venetians would hold celebrations and parties from December 26th until the start of Lent, during which time they wore elaborate masks to conceal their identity. These parties were the only time when the lower and upper class mingled together. In the festival, these masks and costumes evoked feelings of pomp, elegance, and even a little bit of magic. a cute park called Parco Papadopoli that is located between the Venezia Santa Lucia train station and Piazza Roma. It's a nice area filled with shaded trees where you can sit down and relax, or bring the kids here to run around and enjoy the playground. Now we're in Campo di SS Giovanni e Paolo, and in this area you can find the Basilica of Saint Giovanni and Paolo and also one of Venice's hospitals. Hopefully while you're here visiting, you will have no need to make any trips to the hospital, but for reference, one is available here in this area. But as you can see, here in Italy, there are no shortages of beautiful cathedrals and basilicas to visit. The Basilica dei Santi Giovanni e Paolo is a church in the Castle district of Venice. It is one of the largest churches in the city, and it has the status of a minor basilica. After the 15th century, the funeral services of all of Venice's dukes were held here, and 25 dukes are currently buried in the church. We've made our way to one of the oldest and the most famous bridge in Venice called the Rialto Bridge. But why is it famous, you ask? Well, the Rialto district was the first to be built in Venice, and many people settled in this area during the 9th century. For this reason, Rialto was a busy financial and commercial hub, and the Rialto Bridge became the gateway to the main market. On one side, you can see the beautiful views of the Grand Canal, and on the other side, along the bridge, you can find an array of shops. So we've arrived to the main square that everyone comes to see, called St. Mark's Square or Piazza San Marco. Here you can find St. Mark's Basilica, St. Mark's Bell Tower, St. Mark's Clock Tower, the Doge Palace or Palazzo Ducale, and a plethora of gondolas along the canal to choose from. Okay, so let's talk about St. Mark's Basilica, which is an iconic symbol of Venice that has about 43,000 square feet of gold mosaic. It was initially designed to function as a private chapel for the Duke, and over the centuries, the church took up a significant role as the former political and religious center of the Republic of Venice. Now, the basilica is dedicated to and holds the relics of Saint Mark the Evangelist, who was the patron saint of the city. Here we have St. Mark's Bell Tower. The current bell tower is a reconstruction that was completed in 1912. The previous tower collapsed in 1902 and was rebuilt to be exactly the same as the previous one. It is 323 feet tall making it the tallest structure in Venice and the 5th tallest bell tower in Italy. Now on to St. Mark's Clock Tower. This tower was placed where the clock would be visible from the waters of the lagoon to give notice to everyone of the wealth and glory of Venice. At the top of the tower are 2 great bronze figures which strike the bell at each hour. One figure is old and the other is young to show the passing of time. They are known as the Moors because of the dark patina acquired by the bronze. We can't forget about Doge's Palace, also known as Palazzo Ducale. Built in Venetian Gothic style, this palace was the residence of the Doge or Duke of Venice, who was the supreme authority of the former Republic of Venice. It was built in 1340, but over the years the palace encountered several huge fires, one in 1483 and another in 1547, where it had to be reconstructed and restored several times throughout the centuries. It then became a museum in 1923. Have you ever heard of the Bridge of Sighs? Well, it's an enclosed bridge made of white limestone that has windows and stone bars. It passes over the Rio di Palazzo and connects the new prison to the interrogation rooms in Doge Palace. But why is it called the Bridge of Sighs? Well, it was originally used for transporting prisoners who had just been sentenced at the palace. The bridge's name comes from the sighs heard from the prisoners as they walked across the bridge to their cells or the execution chamber, seeing their last glimpse of the beauty of Venice through the small windows for the last time. So here is yet another cute garden to rest your feet after your short marathon of Venice. If you've already visited the city, please tell me, how did you like it? Did you get to see all of the different places that we visited? Or perhaps you went to other places that are not on this list? I would love to know. And if you have not visited Venice as yet, which place are you most excited to visit? Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this time with me, learning more about Venice. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!